Today is June the 7th of 2020, but certainly it is not an ordinary date, especially for those who are cricket enthusiasts like I am. Any reasons, any guesses? Why? Well, today marks the 45th anniversary of Cricket World Cup. That's correct. Cricket World Cup was first played on June the 7th of 1975. Any idea who were those two teams that played against each other? Well, those were England and India. So what happened to that match? We'll definitely discuss about it. But first talk about World Cup as an event. So World Cup is a flagship event of ICC or International Cricket Council. It is one of the most watched sport events and it is played once in every 4 years. So it was started back in 1975, like I said, on June the 7th, and since then it has been played every 4 years. So back to the first match. It was a match between England and India. So England chose to bat first and they scored mammoth 334 runs, losing 4 wickets in 60 overs. Back then we had a match of 60 overs. Now India came to bat and they had a huge total to chase, 334. Now India lost the first 3 wickets at just 108 runs, and that's when Mr. Sunil Gavaskar chose to play more cautiously. But unfortunately, he failed to change the gears. And then India certainly did not lose any other wicket till 60th over, the last ball of the match, but could not manage to make more than 132 runs. And India lost the first ever match of the World Cup by 202 runs. Well, this match and this date is also remembered for the infamous innings played by Mr. Sunil Gavaskar, as he scored barely 36 runs in 174 balls. Alright, so the first event went on, and the first time it was West Indies who won the title in the year 75, of course. But West Indies did not stop here. They managed to win the second title as well in 1979. But third time it was India who chose to stop the unstoppable West Indies and disrupted and made itself the winner for World Cup title. It was for the first time that somebody other than West Indies managed to win the World Cup. It was legendary Kapil Dev who led the Team India to victory. So 1970-87, the next event, is also remembered for certain changes it brought to World Cup history. It was 87 for the first time that cricket was ever hosted outside of England. The World Cup was ever hosted outside England. It was India and Pakistan together who hosted this event this year. And instead of 60 overs, the match was played for 50 overs instead. And it was Australia who snatched the World Cup title from India and became the new world champion in 1987. So 1992, it was Asia's time to get the cup back. So in 1992, it was Pakistan who won the World Cup, and it was Imran Khan who led the side to win. World Cup chose to stay in Asia for a little longer, as 1996, it was Sri Lanka who won the World Cup. 1999, it was Australia who snatched it back from Sri Lanka and continued to win the event for next 3 times. So in the year 1999, 2003 and 2007, it was Australia that won the title in a row. 2011, as India is best known to be the disruptors, that definitely stops the winning spree of every team, and it managed to do so very well. And it stopped the unstoppable yellow team, the Team Australia, and won the World Cup in 2011. It was MS Dhoni, the Captain Cool, who led the team to victory and awarded India with the second World Cup after a long wait of 28 years. Who can forget that moment? So 2015, it was again Australia who snatched from India like it did in past. So 2015, it was Australia that won the World Cup, and latest one was in 2019. That was an amazing event, and it was the finalists were those two teams who had never won the World Cup. It was New Zealand and England, and what a match it was. It was a breathtaking match. It was a nail-biting match because the match turned out to be a tie, and then as a tiebreaker there was a super over poll. But guess what? Even that was a tie, and then England was declared as a winner based on boundary counts. So that has been the history of World Cup, and the World Cup is scheduled to be played next in 2023, and you know what, who's going to host it? It is India. So we're excited to see what happens next. Would India make it the third time? We'll wait and watch for sure. So let's also talk about some more interesting stats. Any idea who scored the maximum runs in World Cup? It is none other than the god of cricket, Sachin Tendulkar. He scored 2,278 World Cup runs. And who made the highest score in an inning in a World Cup? Well, that's Martin Guptill. He scored 237 runs in an inning. And any idea who got the maximum wickets in a match in a World Cup? Well, who had the most fancy figures in a World Cup? That's Glenn McGraw, by getting 7 wickets by conceding barely 15 runs. And not only that, he is the highest wicket taker of World Cup as well with 71 wickets. And only 2 captains managed to lift the World Cup more than once, and they are Clive Lloyd of West Indies in 1975 and 1979, and it is Ricky Ponting who lifted the World Cup twice in 2003 and 2007. Now, talking about the teams who managed to have the maximum wins, so Australia has won the maximum number of matches, that is 69. Second is New Zealand with 54, and India is ranked as third with 53 matches. With the maximum matches lost by any team is Zimbabwe by losing 42 matches. So these were some interesting facts about World Cup. So I wish you all a very, very happy 45th World Cup anniversary. So before I sign off, I would like you to go ahead and share your feedback in the comment box. And if you like this video, you know what you gotta do? You need to like, you need to comment, and most importantly, you need to share. And share with those who are cricket enthusiasts as much as you and I are. Alright? So also, if you have not subscribed to this channel, do subscribe it, because I would consistently coming up with something interesting and insightful. So this is Manvinder signing off, and would come back soon with something very interesting and worth you watch. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy, and keep watching Beyond Shiksha.